Hey everybody, welcome back to the best coin news channel on YouTube. I'm Sonofasilverstacker. In today's numismatic news and information for the 4th day of March 2024, I'm going to welcome you over to moneymetals.com so we can check out those live spot prices as well as the availability and the premium for the 24 American Silver Eagle. After that, we're going to be bumping over to the United States Mint, look at the bullion sales. Then we're going to be at coinnews.net. There's two actual articles that we're going to be looking at, but one, more importantly, well, it talks about how many coins for circulation the U.S. Mint has produced so far, and I think there's something really interesting going on with the Jefferson nickel. And I already told you in previous videos that the Jefferson nickel, where is it? Well, we finally started seeing them on eBay, and we did get a number how many the Mint produced. So we're going to be going over that today. But before any of that, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. That's a really huge number. Don't know how exact it is, but it's definitely ginormous, right? That way we can open up the Son of a Silver Stacker store. Now over here to moneymetals.com. Gold down $1.05 to $20.93 even Steven. Silver down a penny to $23.32. I wonder what's going to go on with that. And do you remember there was a story about Poland finding a bunch of silver? Wonder if that has an effect on silver today. And then platinum up $4.40 to $903.45. Palladium up $3.50 to $998.45. You're looking at an in-stock American Silver Eagle, whose premium is $6.99. You're going to get out of there for a total of $30.31, and they're going to buy those back. Well, look at that. We popped up over the $25 mark. That's $25.07 each. Isn't that something? Now, over here to the Mint's bullion sales. No new tell-to-tale. We haven't had the highlighter fall off yet, so we definitely had a lean month as far as January, February, comparing and contrasting is gone. But really, let's face it, the United States Mint, actually in December of the previous year, they make circulating coins. I mean, for example, that Dr. Reverend Polly Murray coin that dropped on January 3rd, yeah, they had to be making that in December of last year, right? So they didn't all make those coins and get them to the Federal Reserve and the banks all by January 3rd. There's no way. So that means a little bit of these numbers here and the circulating coins are what we're, well, seeing for 1 month right there, January. Bam! All right, here we go. U.S. Mint produces 756 million coins for circulation in January of 2024. I added the 2024 there. This is coinnews.net. This is by Mike Unser, dated March 1st, 2024. That was just 3 days ago. All right, starts out by saying the pace of striking U.S. coins for circulation peaked at a 5-month high in January. Now, remember that. It peaked at a 5-month high. All right, that's important. According to manufacturing figures published on February 28 by the United States Mint. In January, the U.S. Mint struck just shy of 756 million coins for commerce. That's not a billion. It's, 3/4 of a billion, right? For commerce, including cents, nickels, dimes, quarters, and half dollars, marking almost a 400% increase from December. Here we go. And we look at that. December had 151 million coins, right? And they should actually put that up there. But a 37% drop from January of 2023. So here's January right here, 755 million, almost 756. But if we go to January, look at that, 12, yeah, that's a lot. That's 1.2 billion. That's huge. And it was the 4th highest month in the last 13 months. Isn't that something? So that's important, all right? Now, here's how the month compares to others in the past year. And I did show you this chart. It's important to realize that, yeah, December 2023, the Mint was running real light. Real light. That's 151 million. And because of that, the Oviti Daughter quarter and the Maria Tallchief quarter and the Reverend Dr. Polly Murray quarters, since we've seen these go down September, October, November, December, this was the time we saw the Hoviti Daughter quarter and the Maria Tallchief quarter. And they are actually some of the least minted quarters for circulation, that is, not necessarily directly from the Mint, because the converse is actually true, right? There more of these are available at the United States Mint, but less are available in circulation. It's really interesting how they did that. But anyway, either way, we're getting less American women quarters now, and this shows that down and to the right, yeah? All right, let's keep on. The primary mission of the U.S. Mint is to manufacture coins in response to public demand. The Mint produces, sells, and subsequently delivers circulating coins to Federal Reserve banks and their coin terminals to support their services to commercial banks and other financial institutions. Now, here we go. And it says this probably should be a whole new topic, or at least maybe another headline. Even though it costs the Mint 3.07 cents to make and distribute each 1-cent coin, they're losing 2 cents per coin, right? The Federal Reserve always orders more of them than any other denomination. In January, that's just 2 months ago now, because it is March, the Mint struck 412 million Lincoln cents, accounting for 54.6% of all circulating quality coins for the month. That's huge, folks. Yeah, over half. So think about that. They're losing 2 cents for each one, I think, at least right there. Bam, 3 cents to make 1 cent. That just doesn't add up, right? That's new math. Month over month, here we go. Look at this. In the previous month, that's December, we saw that one run in real light at 100 and something million, right? Look at that, 151 million.8. All right, the U.S. Mint did not produce any nickels. Wow, isn't that something? Maybe that's why we didn't see any nickels on eBay for January and February, because they didn't produce any in December. And I guess maybe the ones that did produce in January, well, maybe they took it out a little bit late, because check this out, new listing. That's a 2024 Denver minted one, right? Look at these. These are all Denver minted Jefferson nickels there. And that's just about it. There's a 2024. I think that's also a Denver. Not sure. But listen, folks, these are few and far between. And if you do get them at your bank and you do flip them, well, good luck, because, yeah, you're pretty much the only game in town right now. Now, look at this for the dimes. They went gonzo for the dimes. 1,237.8% for Roosevelt dimes, and then 202% for quarters. So they ramped up their quarter production quite a bit, right? Now, here we go, mintages of Native American dollars and Kennedy half dollars. The U.S. Mint also strikes other coins in circulating quality, namely half dollars and dollars. And really, I mean, if you think about it, it was the half dollars at the United States Mint and the manganese dollars specifically that did not go up in price for 2023 nor for 2024, because we did in 2023 see a good bit of price hikes at the United States Mint for the all the quarters, right? They went up to $60. That's $20 per roll for the P, D, and the S sets. So we weren't paying those prices until 2023. But look, I'll tell you what, it's sure interesting that they're able to keep the half dollars and the dollars at the same price for all these years after raising prices on other particular products. That's interesting, huh? Now, the Mint also, I already said that, yada yada, but they're still made in circulating quality for coin collectors. That's right. The same was true for Kennedy half dollars until recently, the years of 2021, 2022, and 2023. That's right, something called NIFC, right? Not intended for circulation. However, look, they're already intended for circulation now. I don't know why we're fooling ourselves, because 3 years a trend does make, right? Not 1, not 2, but 3 years. And if we get 2024, I think it's obvious at that point, right? Usually in January, the Mint produces both denominations to the expected amounts needed for the entire year. However, that has not been the case for Kennedy halves in each of the 3 prior years, as the Federal Reserve unexpectedly, I don't know about unexpectedly, because we're expecting it in 2022 and 2023, ordered millions more for circulation, roughly 12 million, easy for me to say, roughly 12 million, 7 million, and 18 million in fiscal years 2021, 2022, and 2023. Now, it has not been disclosed whether any 2024 Kennedy half dollars will be produced for general circulation, but I'm sure we could take a guess, right? Figures to date show this year's halves at 2.9 million from the Denver Mint and 2.8 million from the Philadelphia Mint, for a total of 5.7 million coins produced for 2024 so far. Now, these figures are compared to the production runs in 2023, totaling 27.8 million from Denver and 30.2 million from Philadelphia Mint, amounting to almost 60 million coins. That's the highest since 1983, when it reached 66.6 million. That's a lot, folks. That's remarkable. So we're really the highest since 1983. What were you doing in 83, right? Unlike unusual practice, the mintages of Native American dollar will be subject to change in the upcoming manufacturing data, rather than having already been complete. That's interesting. This adjustment arises because none were reported minted in Denver in January, while 1.1 million were struck in Philadelphia in 2023. The dollar registered equal splits of 1.1 million from each facility, totaling 2.24 million coins. That's interesting. Native American coins this year. And last year, we actually didn't have an idea of how many of the uncirculated coin sets we would have, but somebody sussed it all out, because they looked at the mintages for the Native American dollar and said, well, if one from Philadelphia and one from Denver are going into the uncirculated sets, that means we're going to have a really low mintage for those uncirculated sets from 2023. And did we ever? So I want to thank Water for that one. That was huge. Good call. So yeah, you can actually extrapolate, or at least suss out other interesting data points just from looking at the figures here that we're looking at today. Now, the next table shows 2024 circulating coin mintages by production facility, denomination, and design. And I've highlighted just 3 data points here. Look at the quarters totally produced here, 187 million. Okay. Look at this, though. This is the real kicker. This is the real interesting fact here. Now, we know that the Kennedy half dollar right there and here, and the Native American dollars here, and should be here, they're in the low millions, right? And not in the billions or 100 millions as such. The Lincoln cent is from Denver. Almost a $250 million there, okay? Wow, yeah. That's just a remarkable number. And look at this, 176 million, all right, from Philadelphia of the Lincoln cent, for a total of almost $500 million Lincoln cents already produced. But look at this. Yeah, the Jefferson nickels, they're few and far between. We're looking at numbers that are really lean here for the Jefferson nickel. And could it be that we're going to see very few Lincoln cents this year because it cost them 11.54 cents? They're losing 6.54 cents for each Jefferson nickel they produce. So if you do the math here, all right, 28.5 million, and you multiply that by 6 cents, yeah, they're losing cash money out the door right there. So that brings up the question that we get every single year. When is the mint going to get rid of the penny? When is the mint going to get rid of the nickel? Right? Because they're losing money on it. Okay? Out of 4 circulating coins. And could that be why we're actually seeing more 50-cent pieces struck? Because to offset the seigniorage loss from the nickels and the pennies? Because let's face it, they're not getting any cheaper. Nothing's getting any cheaper. You're out there. You know what you're buying. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, actually. Now, here we go. In overall production totals for January, the Denver Mint made 435.74 million coins, and the Philadelphia Mint made 320.24 million. Really big difference right there. Is the Philadelphia Mint focusing on metals? Let's see, for the combined 755.98 million coins, which is, as earlier stated, 37% fewer than the 1.2 billion manufactured in January of 2023. Now, if the current production pace were to continue through December, the annual mintage for 2024 would top 9 billion coins. In comparison, the U.S. Mint manufactured over 11 billion coins, 1138, that's THX style right there, for circulation in 2022, then that's the lowest output since 2012. That's what I've been telling you, folks. We are in some awesome territory right now. This is huge news. And do you remember, if you collect anything from 2012, yeah, that was a lean year as well. So I think the writing's on the wall, and we're on March 4th, folks. What are you going to do? Now, it says here, lastly, U.S. Mint figures show that 187.4 million quarters were struck in January. Now, this is the Reverend Dr. Polly Murray quarter, with more yet to be minted. Now, I don't even know if that's true. Here we are in March. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. Nah. Yeah, as part of the Mint series of American Women quarters, the Murray quarter is the 11th issue overall and the first 5 of 2024. And next year's the last year, except for the very first issuance of the 2026 semi-quincentennial quarter. That's going to feature a woman as well on their quarter. That's got to be the first quarter issued that year. That's going to be amazing. All right, now that started circulating January 2nd. I'm wrong. I did say January 3rd. I blew it by 1 day. So there you go. More recently, on February 1st, the Mint released rolls and bags of them for sale to the public. Yeah, lower mintages, all right, lower mintages for circulating, and then higher mintages for rolls and bags for sale to the public. Yeah, they know what they're doing over there. They're clocking dollars. Now, let's go here. This isn't really my +1 from the Book of the Bible, but this is pretty awesome. This is the Serenity Prayer, and it is from Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, all right? It's attributed to Reinhold Niebuhr, Lutheran theologian, who lived from 1892 to 1971. And yeah, let's just get on with it, right? There it is, the Serenity Prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Yeah, let's get over here to 395.99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. Yeah, this is the whole album. So this is, I mean, if you're into it, you can start your whole week like this Monday morning with no blues. This is rock and roll. And, well, is it thrash metal? Yeah, let's just say it's thrash metal. So you can start your day with Blackened from Metallica off the And Justice for All album. I think that came out in 1988 or 1989, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, it's a party. Now, with that said, I want to thank you all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please sub the channel. It's free. Stacker out.